What's up guys, Zeenigami here, and let's go through the complete Chaos Difficulty Saga Coliseum on the global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. Round 1 is gonna be versus Count Butler. Count Butler has 2.25 million hit points. We're gonna be using a side team against him. We'll be using a double Guild to Zoro team. You also can do Guild to Zoro Shanks. Both of those work great. We're going to be using a Golden Pound Usopp because he will revive and summon a bunch of units, so we'll kill him with Golden Pound Usopp after the revive. And we're going to be using Hancock because he is going to limit our chain modifier, and Hancock will help counter that. And on Count Butler has 2.24 million hit points. He attacks every turn for 4,000 damage. Here he's going to limit our chain, or reduce our chain modifier by half, which when we use Hancock special, will basically just counteract that because Hancock will automatically set us to 2.5 after every attack. So if you don't have matching orbs here, you can use a Guild to Zoro special. Remember that on this one, your orbs are not shuffled, so you can try to get better orbs on stage 4 with a turtle. We're going to be using Kobe special and Momonga special right now, and Hancock special will delay her, so even if we don't kill him this turn, we'll be able to finish him off next turn. The only thing that matters is our first attack is with our Golden Pound Usopp or our Hancock, and then after that, every other attack is already on a 2.5 times modifier, so it does not matter. When he dies, he's going to revive to 560,000 hit points. He's going to summon 6 little bunnies, or 5 little bunnies, to our total of 6. Now we're going to use Golden Pound Usopp. Pretty good orbs, but actually, you know what? I'll keep that. So we're just going to be attacking him. Right now, if we can, when he gets below 20%, he's going to attack for 250,000 damage. And if all the Lapins are dead, he'll revive some more. So do not finish all the Lapins first. Hit a bunch of perfects. There we go. And we still have our Kobe boost, and we still have our Hancock boost. And now we can use a Guild to Zoro special to deal some damage, and 1,000 Sunny. And I don't think I'll kill them all this turn. I'll let Auto Target be my guide. Auto Target, take the wheel. Finish off all these guys. And then use the second Guild to Zoro special. If you still have one, otherwise, you have 3-4 turns to take down these guys anyways. They only have about 200,000 hit points. So once you get Count Butler down, the rest of it should not be a problem. Just be careful that you do not let Guild to Zoro get below 20%, because that's when he attacks for 25,000. Round 2 is gonna be versus the Octopus. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be killing him ASAP. He only has 1.15 million hit points, but he will have his damage taken reduced by half, so we're going to be using a 6-star Blackbeard Friend Captain. You can also just use a double NL team. I do not have a 6-star Blackbeard Friend Captain up, so that makes using a 6-star Blackbeard Friend Captain quite difficult, if I would say so myself. That will fix that. So you can use a 6-star Blackbeard Friend Captain like I am to help get through his combo hit barrier and get through his % damage reduction. Or you can just use a double Enel team, attack him a few times, and kill him before his turn 4. Because on turn 4, that's when he's going to summon the Kraken, who has a ton of health and is way, way, way more difficult. So save yourself a lot of headache and just kill him on turns 1, 2, or 3. And on our favorite Octopus, man, there's his half damage, there's his debuff protection, or delay protection, and there's his 12-hit berry. He's going to start counting. But before he can finish counting, we are going to just mess him up. Ivankov and Rob Lucci are just there as orb manipulators. You don't need to use them if you get your orbs ready on stage 4. You can also just attack him for the first few turns. Like, I don't need to burst here. I could attack him for 2 turns and then burst on turn 3 if I wasn't confident about how much damage I was going to do. But with here, we're going to easily kill him. So Enel special, Kizaru specials, and Doflamingo specials. Remember that our blue characters are going to be the ones doing the damage, not our green characters. And he's super, super dead. Cavendish Enel team, double Enel team, all work great. All you have to really remember, though, is kill him before turn 4. Round 3 is gonna be versus Luffy. Luffy has 6.6 million hit points, and he will silence non-int characters for 20 turns. So you can either have a really aggressive int team to try to burst him down. If you eventually, whenever Raid Boss Magellan comes out, you can use Raid Boss Magellan special to kill him and just delay him until he dies. But we're going to be using a Doflamingo Shiryu team with a bunch of int slashers on there, because non-int characters are going to be, like I said, silenced for 20 turns. So if you're using like a burst team, you don't have access to Doflamingo unless eventually later Doflamingo comes out, or you just have like a really, really solid int team. Or you need really good silence removers. So Shiryu is going to be how we're doing it, and all we have to do is get lucky once. And on Luffy, there's his preemptive silence for 20 turns of non-int characters. We're going to be using our Shiryu special, and we're going to kill him right away! And he missed. And all we're going to be doing is we're going to be closing out the game, and then we're going to come back in, then we will attack, and then pass a turn, and use Shiryu special until this works. This is faster than using a zombie team for sure. It's Shiryu, if you don't know, has about a 1 in 4 chance of success. So it shouldn't take you too many tries. You only have to kill him one time. You never have to do this again. And he only attacks for 7,000 damage every 2 turns. So you'll notice I already used my Ein special to heal back up. So we almost should certainly kill him before he kills us. If somehow we stall out the 20 turns, I'm using Mr. 1 to reduce damage taken from 1 attack. I'm using Mr. 3 to delay him. We're using Coliseum Ein to heal back up for as much health as we can, which 36% of our max health is 22,000 hit points, which is over 6 turns of stalling with just her. My recovery orbs don't do anything, and all I want to do is not get him below 50%, because below 50%, that's when he is going to enrage and start attacking every single turn for 1.5 times his regular attack. So that's it. Now I'm gonna pass a turn, and we'll use Mr. Actually, I should have used Mr. 3 special there, but whatever. Let's see if we kill him this time. Easy? Not easy. I'll see you guys when it works. Come on, baby. There we go! Killed him. That only took like 8 turns. But he's dead, and we didn't have to try. Round 4 is gonna be versus Christmas Law. Christmas Law is a Dex character. He has 5.8 million hit points, and he attacks every 2 turns for 9,000 damage. What he's gonna do is he's going to boost your orbs by 1.25 times, so you're gonna have a very weak orb boost. You can use something like Cavendish Special, in fact, only Cavendish Special, to boost your orbs, and you can't actually use an orb booster going into him because he's going to preemptively clear your buffs. So if you try to use a like 2-turn orb booster and then move into him, it's not gonna work. But we're gonna be using an Akainu and a bunch of strength raid boss team. The real key here is using the Raid Boss Akainu ourselves, so that way we get the affinity boost from Raid Boss Akainu and the type boost from 6-star Akainu. And we all have guaranteed matching orbs. The rest of the characters, Blackbeard, Shiki, and Kuma, are all just strength characters. You can even use a Monster Chopper Captain yourself, but with Monster Chopper Captain, you're going to have a much harder time stalling. But once you get there, you'll do a lot more damage. And on to Law. So Law, once again, will clear our buffs and then prevent debuffs to himself, boosts our orbs by 1.25 times, and also heal us for 1,000 because he's a true gentleman. Just as a note, you can totally zombie your way through this or use the exact same team as the last run where you're using a Shiryu friend captain in order to kill him, because he only attacks for 9,000 every 2 turns. So you can just use a regular zombie team or just Shiryu your way through. But that's fine. We're going to be using Raid Boss Akainu and 6-star Akainu and Hancock specials. Start your attack with your Hancock, and then after that, he will die very, very quickly. Because Akainu is an absolute monster. There's 5.9 million damage, and I didn't even need to attack with the last character. Easy. And finally, versus Saga. Saga is going to be a quick character. Remember, we're still going to be fighting against Christmas Law on stage 4. We're going to be using a Fujitora Shiki driven team. It gives us a ton of health. You can either try to burst down the Law, get him above half health, and then burst him down after that. Or you can just tank hits from Law, and that's what I'm going to do. Law only attacks for just under 9,000 damage every 2 turns, so you can take several hits from Law. We're going to be using Fortnite Smoker in order to reduce the attacks from Saga for the first few turns. So we want to have above about half health, which still gives us a ton of health to stall in these early stages. So keep as much health as you can, because we are going to be taking a lot of hits on the actual boss stages. And then we're going to be killing him, mostly use Fujitora specials and stuff. Against Law, he now has 2.24 million hit points. He attacks every 2 turns for 9,000. Preemptively clears all buffs, and also prevents debuffs to himself for 99 turns. Will also heal you for 5,000, because he's such a gentleman. So we're just going to attack him a bunch of times. We're not going to use any specials, really. If you have the damage for it, you can always use just Akainu. Just the Akainu special here. Akainu actually can be replaced with any strength-driven character, like Blackbeard or anybody like that, just to give you a little more damage against Law. And if you have the damage, remember you also have a 1.25 times orb boost right now. Let me see if I can keep him just above 50% health. You have a 1.25 times orb boost, so we're going to be using Akainu special to boost the affinity of our strength characters. So our strength characters now deal extra damage against the Law. And then we'll attack and our 2 strength characters and not kill him. Just a little bit more. It is possible to get him right above 50% health and then kill him. But if you do it also whenever it's not his turn to attack, then as you see, he will not lower your attack. Because below 50% health, he will lower your attack by half, give you tandem G block orbs. I think, oops, not if I do that. Okay, sure, we're getting our attack lowered anyways. There's our lowered attack. Thanks. There's our G block. Oh no, he just shuffled including G and block orbs. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of damage here. I don't want to quite kill him yet. I want to kill him next turn so I can take a 1 more heal per turn. Also buy a turn on the attack reduction. And now we will kill him. The attack reduction I'm not too worried about, because most of the damage we're going to be dealing to Saga is going to be through our Fujitora special anyways. So we still have 2 turns of the attack reduction. You can get through here with more health, or just not use any specials. You don't need to use a Kainu special, or use a different attack boosting special. So on Saga, he has a damage threshold of 700,000 damage, so you normally can't do more than 700,000 damage per turn against him. We're going to be using our Fujitora special and our Smoker special. Smoker to reduce the amount of damage we take, and our Fujitora special is going to chip away at his health. And we're just going to punch him slowly while he attacks us. Remember also that you have the Coded 1000 Sunny. So you can also use Coded 1000 Sunny. It doesn't stack with Smoker, but you could use Coded 1000 Sunny if you survive, if you still have to take some hits after that goes away. Or you can use it against the Law. Be very careful not to get him below 20% health, because below 20% health he'll attack for 100,000 damage, which you cannot tank. And so it's better to just wait things out. In fact, I'll just look for some better orbs here. And remember that Pika will make badly matching orbs into matching orbs. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we will burst now. We'll use Pika special to cut his health just a little bit more, and also help give us matching orbs. Sabo special to boost our attack, and Shiki special for that type boost. If you have not used a Kainu special by now, don't use a Kainu special here, because he will only lower your damage. And then at this point, it's just burst him down. And that's it. That's Saga. You have a ton of health on this team. You can play things very slowly. The only thing you have to really be concerned about is not getting Saga below 20% health, because below 20% health, he'll attack you, and even your damage reduction will not save you. So as long as you avoid that, you can play things slow, save your specials, use Fujitora, and make him do all the hard work on Saga, and then take him down. So how good is Saga? Saga is very useful if you don't have a 3-day 2-year Zoro or a 6-star Zoro. because 3-day 2-year Zoro and 6-star Zoro are both the best slasher type boosters. Let me go to get date. Let me unfilter. Saga, of course, is a quick driven slasher. Evolved, his captain ability is boost the attack of slashers by 2 times and the health of driven characters for 1.75 times. So a driven slasher will have 1.75 times health and 2 times attack, which can be useful, but you're not really going to use that much. You'd probably just use like a 2 times health attack captain like Doflamingo instead. His special ability, though, is what makes him useful as a free-to-play player. He's going to cut your health by 70%, deal 15 times his attack in quick damage to all enemies, and boost the attack of slasher and driven characters by 1.5 times for 1 turn. So that is very useful if you don't have another slasher or driven character that boosts attack. For free-to-play players, there's not that many options for slasher attack boosters. If you have a strength 3-day 2-year Zoro or a dex 6-star Zoro, both of those would be better options than Saga. I've been Zeenigami. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck, and y'all stay beautiful.